up? Welcome to the Paladins podcast, RealmTalk. I'm your host, Eden404, and here with my co-host, the Slav YouTuber of Paladins, Raventrick.
Hello, my friend. Что это за хуйня? Я не знаю, что я здесь делаю.
And the fat white kid of privilege. We got Tegg here.
I'm actually 50% Greek. That's not an argument anymore. We've gotten over this, and I don't want to be part of this podcast if I'm going to come here and be bullied every day, because I really think that if this is the direction that this podcast is going in, I don't want to be a part of it.
And we have our wonderful special guest, the Beaner, JustAColombian.
I actually have to tell you, but Beaner is someone from Mexico, not Colombia. We deal with cocaine, so, like...
I don't know what the difference between
research.
Mexico and Colombia is.
I thought they were the same country.
Well, cocaine goes into your nose and beans go up your mouth. That's basically it.
I like beans.
Alright, so we have a couple stuff to talk about today. You'll be able to see our topics that we're going to be talking about on the side. And let's go ahead and start with my topic that I brought. And that's what's stunting the growth of Paladins esports. Because right now, I mean, Paladins esports is pretty small, but at the same time, like, the viewership compared to other esports and the quality compared to other esports of the same size and even smaller is higher, that I've noticed. So
I know what it is. It's because people like Bugsy and just the whole team of District 69 is just, they've been playing the game since it pretty much first came out. And every match or qualifier or tournament you watch at all for Paladins, it's always a powerhouse of just District 69 and Burrito. There's no, like, those two are always guaranteed to be in the finals. And it's kind of boring to watch when you know what's going to happen and you know that, like, you're going to tune into this stream or this tournament and you know the outcome is going to end up being District 69 versus Burrito, and either Burrito's going to win or District 69 is going to win under any circumstance. Like,
yeah,
it's just too predictable, and it's not entertaining when you know what's going to happen.
EU.
You're watching, and
That's
when you're
so
watching,
true.
and it literally, every tournament is literally just watching people get completely crushed, like 3-0s, 2-0s. There's almost no competition. It's the best team wins. And because they've been playing forever, like, it's just no competition. It's just boring and it's predictable.
Hold on, man. Like, in all esport games, dude, you got the underdogs and you have the top dogs, man.
Yeah,
It
no,
has to be that way.
I mean, I've seen esports scenes where, like, well, what major was it? Like, I think it was Cologne 2016. The first time SK won. I know fucking people who watch Paladins have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, for CSGO, you know, the game where you shoot people, there was that tournament, no one knew who was going to win. Like, probably the top 8 teams going into the tournament were neck and neck. No one had a clue what was going to win. So even though, you know, usually there are top dogs and underdogs, the best esports scenes, you don't know who's going to win. And we don't have that in Paladins right now.
But
Yeah,
actually, the thing is that this thing of not having a lot of teams inside the esport, or well, just having Burrito and District, the good thing about it is that, in my opinion, it might bring up like expectations. I mean, having the expectation of, hey, maybe this other team will be a dark horse, who knows? And maybe a lot of times it might happen. It has happened to me in other games that there's just like this typical competitions, whatever, and there's like a team, the typical teams that they always win, that they always go into the championships, whatever, but there are some dark horses like behind that you don't actually expect them to actually get to the finals, and they actually get to them, and they're really good. So maybe that it's a good thing since, well, Eden, you said it, it's predictable, but at the same time it gives that window of not knowing maybe what could happen with new teams coming up. Maybe they should increase the pool of teams that get into the esports.
Well, I mean, they're actually trying really hard right now, but it's just like the skill gap is so wide that even though they're trying so hard to get like newbies into the pro scene by like making so many opens, like right now there's like an NA only open going on, they're fine. That it's gonna take a long time for it to be erased.
That's the thing.
The problem is, there's not like a lot of professional Paladins teams, and the ones that are actually professionals and aren't just invited to these qualifiers because, hey, they have high elo and they could maybe stand a chance against these huge high-tier good teams. Though the people who are invited are the teams that, like, they're okay and they could stand a chance. So when they get destroyed, it's like, well, that was expected. These huge good teams are supposed to win. And when Match Point broke up, it was like, who's the good NA team right now? Xenacy. So you have like one good NA team because they got, who was it? Astral Authority got most of the players from Match Point on their team.
Yeah.
And so you
no,
have...
it was EGR. It was EGR, right?
Oh,
I know
no.
Stolzy went to EGR.
No, that's Eager. No, like Wardoom and I don't even remember their names, but they went to Astral Authorities, and so now it's like, oh, yeah, it was Dosups. It's like they're the good team now. They're the good NA team, but still they have their like breaks. They can't completely beat this team because they're not a team. They haven't been together forever. Matchpoint was a team that was like they were always together and they were always playing together. But
yeah, and then they were the ones that made it to the semifinals.
Exactly, and so when Stolzy left, they sort of had a stutter in their team growth, but they got back into it, and then they broke up, and so these three players went to Astral Authority in hopes to make it better. And it's like you have those other two players who have never worked with these people. So these three players are in the game doing their own thing, doing what they're used to. And then these other two players are trying to adapt to that. And so you can't get...
They don't have coordination.
Yeah, and so if you were to pit EU against US like they did in the Hyrex Invitational, it's going to be the same exact thing. District 69 versus Burrito in the finals because this NA hasn't quite caught up with EU. And I think it's just kind of always the thing. EU's better at pretty much every game, but it's the competitive scene. It's not balanced at all. Like those like three good teams, one NA, the other two are actually there's interlopers too. But that's okay. So three good teams. If you're gonna have invitational like next year at HRX.
No, they said they're going to have more than just Hi-Rez Expo land. They're going to have multiple lands a year, they said.
Yeah, they're going to be doing tournaments all day.
Yep.
Yeah, but even if you have something like that, who are you going to invite? Like, let's see, Xenacy, Astral Authority, because they have these players now.
I don't think
Burrito.
It's just invites. I think it's Champion Circuit. Half of the teams are from Champion Circuit and the rest are from...
That's why they're doing these qualifiers right now, is because they're trying to find the good teams. But it's still a powerhouse. Like, every finals, except for one where there was a huge freaking upset, was the Interlopers in the finals. And I can't remember if they won or not. I think they did. I think Interlopers upset District 69. And that was crazy. Like, I was like, okay, the scene's changing. It's happening. But no, Interlopers were just playing really good that day. And it's back to how it was. So it's not changing. It's not different. It's just the only way it's gonna change is if they find a way to have. It's just hard because it's hard to find a team in Paladins anyway because you have these shitties who play Sky and Pip, and they think they're good. Like it's just hard to find people.
Well,
even like
I mean, the thing is that the game is young, right? The thing is that the game is young. It has the like upbringing audience. It has gone through an open beta, a closed beta. Right now the season 1 and all. So maybe it's the fact that the game is so young and all that there hasn't been actually time for people to practice and get into the professional kind of stuff like the radio or District, right? So maybe it's that the game needs a little bit more time to actually build up an actual great pool of teams that can give us a really nice like esport scene, right?
Yeah,
I completely agree on that with Colombian.
Yeah.
I'd like to say
here's
that.
the thing.
Another thing that I think is that the game. What? Well, the thing is that the game, in my opinion, threw out a fucking esports scene way too soon. I mean, the game isn't beta. Yeah, it's cool to have the esport,
that's actually
but they just threw it out like really fucking soon. The game isn't beta. It's the first time that I have seen a beta game have a fucking scene in the esport. And it's really weird because, first of all, the game is a beta and it has a lot
But
of
is it
bugs,
really in
so
beta? Like, let's be honest. They're probably just using, like, the whole beta thing as a shield for any
yeah, that's the other thing. That might be another thing.
What Hi-Rez is trying to do with this is actually really cool because they're adding these things. Like in Season 1, they're adding all this cool stuff to make the game more unique and have it more skill-based than just like, I know how to play this champion.
Right?
Yeah, because all the legendary stuff like that, that's stuff that you can adapt to as a player, and you need to learn how to counter with loadouts and stuff. People were just like, they would make loadouts, but there was no like, you could have a unique loadout, but chances are you're going to get crushed by the good loadout, the loadout that everybody uses, the loadout that people are used to.
Now it's more unique.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I have always thought of Paladins that there's no perfect loadout. I mean, there's good combinations, but there are good counter combinations, and that's why we have all this pool of cards.
Yeah, like
So,
why you
yeah.
run CC on a deck, like, to counter a Moldova and Bomb King.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
like that. I mean,
Wait,
you
but
can
to
actually
segue,
get...
I'm gonna segue from this topic because this is what I wanted to say earlier. Hitboxes, they're too wide. Like,
Oh,
can we
fuck.
just? They're not even
I know, that's why-
relatively accurate.
Jesus.
They're
that's
not.
why
but-
that's why champions like Andruxus and Shaolin and
Yeah, Cassie or OP because they're hit scan.
Yeah.
They're
But-
able to aim easier.
Well, the thing is that they actually said why the hitboxes are as they are. Since getting an actual like really sad hitbox, like let's talk about Maeve, the one champion that has been released really not too long ago. She's really small. She's a lolly kind of like character.
Loli.
So lolly. So getting an actual hitbox that matches perfectly her body. Imagine fucking aiming at that. So that's why I think
yeah,
that
but
they
what
have,
they could just do
right?
is make the big hitbox just for the smaller champions, and then make accurate hitboxes for all the other champions.
yeah.
like have
Yeah,
a
something like for
set.
the tanks, man. Yeah, make smaller hitboxes for the tanks because they're fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
But not small enough to where it's not covering their body. The hitboxes are just inaccurate because they didn't really do separate hitboxes for each champion.
How many times have you been hit like right around the corner? Like you're already past
Yeah.
Oh,
the
a lot.
wall.
A lot.
But actually, they have been saying, I don't know if it's a cover up or Hi-Res trying to hide them. Well, their tail under, well, like being between their fucking legs. But maybe they have said that it's actually a glitch in the kill cam, and you see the kill cam, you're just turning around the corner, and
It's
they
not.
shoot. So who knows if it's actually a fucking glitch or the headboxes are just broken? In my opinion, the fucking headboxes, the headboxes.
Listen,
are
man. Have you ever played
terrible.
Kinessa?
Yeah.
Have you ever played Kinessa, right, man?
I'm not proud of my
That's
Kinessa game.
ridiculous.
Like I noticed myself hitting those shots around the corner, and I see them dying even though they shouldn't.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
And this as well ties into the competitive scene because the game takes a lot of skill, but there's this stuff that isn't completely skill based, like the hitboxes.
Torvald.
Torvald, exactly.
Hey,
so it's
Torvald takes a skill to position yourself over that juicy ult in Frog Island. if you actually know how to fucking position yourself.
It's working, right?
What's working?
What?
I said, man, it's working.
it is working.
Fucking yeah.
Um,
Don't.
But yeah, so the competitive scene, hitboxes, everything like that. It's again, we'll use just Colombian's excuse. It's in beta. It's not completely done yet, and it's a good excuse. I mean, even if they're trying to cover this up with stuff, no game can be fully complete. Take Minecraft for example. You're never really going to be done updating that game. Like, there's so much to add. There's so much to fix. I know it's kind of a
Yeah,
bad
sorry.
example,
This is a
but
Minecraft podcast. Block talk.
no,
So let's talk about Minecraft.
This is a podcast about Minecraft. It's all a ruse.
yeah,
It's all a
but
fucking ruse.
Yeah.
seriously, think about it. Because if there's a game like this, because Paladins, like even Overwatch gets constant updates. Paladins gets constant updates. Minecraft
It's
gets constant
different.
updates. No, it's not
It's
different
different.
because no,
Because, I mean,
no.
you can
No
complete-
game can be fully
The game
fixed.
is unfinished. It only has like 3 game modes. There's a difference between not being finished and patches.
Well, the thing is that actually there are I think that there's a little gap in between there because when a game is finished, it means that all the coding, all like there's no glitches, there's no bugs, right?
That's impossible.
That's how the game is. Well, that's kind of possible, but at the same time, it's not possible. It depends a lot on the developers. I have seen games that I have never had a glitch, and I have been playing them for about 5 years, and I have never experienced a glitch or a bug. That's a game that's kind of complete. The thing is that it comes with the fact that Paladins, it's that kind of game that is constantly releasing champions like Overwatch, like League of Legends and stuff like that. So maybe it's not that it's not complete, but it's not complete, but it has like little reworks. You know what I'm saying? So a game from being complete to having updates, there's a little gap. Well, there's a big.
You have to think about this. Hi-Rez, what is Hi-Rez known for is Smite and Global Agenda, I guess you could say. But, mainly Smite. And so they kind of went somewhere where, regardless if you want to say they copied Overwatch or not, they went into the hero shooter genre. And they've made shooters in the past, but they've never made something like this, because this is something unique. This is something different. And I think they're doing a good job, but there's still so much to fix, and the competitive scene still needs so much work, just like we were talking about. Everything just needs so much work before it's polished enough, because I guarantee you, like, half of the time in your matches, you'll find a bug. It may not be game-breaking, but, like, Eevee being stuck in an ice block, Torvald being in just, like, a position where his model doesn't move at all.
Yeah, his
stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's
sliding
small
Torvald.
stuff like that.
All right, man. Well, speaking of competitive gameplay, survival. What do you think about that new mode?
Oh, I love it. Oh my
So,
god.
I haven't played it.
I thought it was fun, but I would like to see a mode where it's just like actual survival, not elimination. They should call it elimination, not survival.
Deathmatch.
And I would like
Deathmatch.
to see that it's real players versus real players, and if you die, you get eliminated. Or if they had it like there's just waves of enemies coming to you or something
I
like
just
that.
want a
And it was
defuse
That
game
would be a
mode.
PvE.
Can they copy CSGO, please? They've copied Overwatch. CSGO should be next, please.
So do you think survival mode can actually make it to the competitive scene?
No.
Oh fuck.
If it was named elimination and it was players versus players, I think you could have a special spot in the competitive scene. But competitive is just like competitive. There's no like, take again CS:GO for example. They don't have LAN tournaments for like deathmatch or anything. I mean they do, but they're very very small. And the main thing that they're targeting here is competitive, just like the competitive mode of CS:GO.
If I
so
could
why
just
wouldn't
quickly say, I don't understand console esports. They have console for Smite. No. I don't understand that. If they had console for Paladins, it's just going to be so unnecessary. I can't even imagine an esports scene with console Paladins.
Well, I don't think that they will release the esports scene for console. And if they do, it will be like weird. I don't know. Like really weird.
Because I feel like that's stunted the growth of Smite esports. Having it spread across like two different things, dividing it by two. Making it console and PC, that's probably stunted the growth of that.
Then again, man, like, don't they deserve a competitive mode as well, man?
Well, maybe not.
Esports scene?
They do, but yeah, it would be really great. I mean, but actually, I actually think that survival could actually be a competitive mode. I don't know. I mean, the tension that it's built up into you when you're playing survival, thinking about I just can't get killed because I will fuck up really bad my team. I don't know. I feel that it's really great. One thing that I would like remove on the survival mode would be the fog.
Oh man.
I mean, I would play survival in competitive mode, but without the fog. Because the fog is just like, I don't know, it fits, but it doesn't fit in the competitive for me. I don't know.
Here's the thing. You can't really make that a game mode for so many reasons. Like, I'll tell you why pros don't play survival, okay? You can't... first of all, the rounds would be too short.
Pro speaking, man. You gotta listen.
Yeah.
The rounds would be
let me
too
check out your
short.
Paladins.
He was telling us that he was playing survival like 2 seconds ago.
The rounds would be too short.
Tegg buys aggression.
What?
You buy aggression.
No. Okay. No,
you buy full aggression on Vector when you could. Admit it.
That's true.
And when Victor's picked, he goes Tyra.
That's also true. No, but it just, I don't see it being workable because it's brand new. Siege has been here since day one.
Siege
You
is
know,
not
like-
gonna make it. Let's just say that. Siege is
Yeah,
dead, dude.
Siege needs a
Fucking Siege is
fix.
out the window.
It can make. I
Because-
fucking love Siege. Why does everyone fucking hate Siege?
This
I
is why
love
I'll
the
tell
game
you.
so
Because
much.
if
Open maps, man.
if you're winning, you don't get to defend. One of my favorite parts of playing is defending, being on the defense side, and the only time you legitimately defend is on payload. You're only ever defending if you're losing. I want to be able to be winning and then defend. You know what I mean? Like, I like
So
defense
basically,
in the game, but
if
for
they
Siege,
just-
it's like all offense.
So if they reworked it to kind of like payload and intertwine the two, you would play it more? Is that what you're saying? Is
Yeah,
that what
like-
I'm getting?
Like a team, like whichever team can defend the best or something like that's literally
Well, that's what payload is.
I know, but like I just want it to be more accessible to have defense in Siege,
You can't.
and maybe instead of having
Ow.
a best of 5, we could have a best of 3 and have it like the games last longer. Make it like 7 points to win, like first to 7 or whatever.
That would
Oh.
take forever.
Yeah,
Whatever
but
would be cool.
longer games are fun.
Longer games are fun, right?
Most
There's
esports
more
have really
snowballing.
long games.
And snowballing every single game is fun. Well, when you are ahead.
Cause like in Paladins, how are you gonna come back? Like, there's only 4 rounds, so if you lost the first 3, you basically already lost. There's never gonna be like a really big comeback story in Paladins.
There are
Actually,
anime
You're
like
contradicting
comebacks.
yourself. You're contradicting yourself, Ian, because you literally uploaded a video of you coming back.
I did it for the views. Let's be honest.
Oh wow, dude.
Oh,
That's a low blow.
I did it for the money.
What the fuck?
Ian
Use
exposed, man.
code Keem.
Okay, man. Well, getting back to OB44, what do you think about the release of legendary cards for all the champions?
Okay, so this is
boy.
an interesting one. I'll start it off because I'm good at that. I think
Grand
that
Victor.
this is, again, one of the things about competitive that will make it crazy unique. If the loadouts weren't enough, this just kind of adds on to it, and it can really affect a team fight. Okay, let's take Makoa, and changing the game mechanics too, like Makoa's. One of Makoa's legendaries is his shield becomes stationary and it doesn't
Yep.
move with him. You just place it on the ground.
That used to be
Like
part of the
Barrack's
game.
ult.
Yeah, like Barrack's ult. That's super cool, and it could easily evolve into something more than that of just huge customization.
Remember
So-
that. Well, they're not releasing just 3 cards. They're actually planning on releasing 5 legendaries for every single champion. So,
I
I
think-
think legendaries are just
That's amazing.
unnecessary in my opinion. I don't really see the point. Like, I understand adding them, but I don't know why they have to be so game changing. They could have been like small buffs.
What do you think about the fact that you'll have to unlock those extra cards?
Oh my god.
oh
Pay to
my
win.
god.
I mean,
I
I
Not
think-
directly
I don't
paid,
care,
but you
but-
can unlock it for like, you know.
Yeah.
I got the YouTube money. I don't care. I can buy it.
They're trying to make it more accessible by making Radiant chests purchasable with gold.
Yeah,
But
with
I think
gold.
if they drop that price, because it's 3,000, if they drop that to like 1,500, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, I think like I watched the Stolzy video the other day, and he has like 300k. That's only 100 Radiant chests. That's not even enough to probably craft all the freaking legendaries.
All the cards.
So,
Yeah,
do you
to
think the
get a
cards
lot
should
of
actually be
benefits.
unlocked? Like,
What?
you
No,
don't
I
have
don't
to
think
buy
they
them.
should be unlocked. I think they should be cheaper. More
What has to
accessible.
be unlocked?
No, I think they should do it like they're doing it. Like, you just select one in the beginning of the game.
Exactly, that's what I think, man.
Or
Because-
they make one legendary accessible for like just flat. You don't need to buy it. But then the other 4 you have to buy.
Yeah,
you
I
have to
mean,
unlock
Or
that-
what about new players, dude? They come into a match, they're not going to be matched with exactly the same new players. They're going to be matched with someone
That's
higher
the
than
thing.
them.
Yeah, that's the thing. They have to like fix the matchmaking since
Well, there
this
aren't
will
enough
be really
players.
stumpy for the new players.
This is what I think is going to happen. I think this is really going to come back and bite them in the ass because they're doing something that could potentially be good, but
Yeah, it could be amazing.
something that's very, very hard to incorporate into their
And if they
game.
feel like getting rid of it, it'll be like insanely hard to undo it. so they'll just have to live
Exactly.
in
And
summer.
I know that
Especially-
they won't I know that they won't go back on it. If they released it for season 1 and there was so much fucking hype for it, even the scandal for the pay to win and whatever, I think that they won't go back on it. They might do reworks, but they won't like actually delete the new system.
It's like aggression. I mean, they took that out of the game. They didn't. It wasn't hyped up or anything.
I miss aggression, man.
Hey, aggression was actually
aggression,
useful under
Victor
certain
wasn't the
circumstances.
I won every match with aggression, man. Like, fucking, that was easy.
No,
do you imagine a game mode like a PvE game mode with Victor, like just like 5 fucking Victors with full
That
aggression?
used to be a thing. There, I forgot what it was called, but it was in closed beta. I saw a YouTube video of it. It was like
Yeah?
it was like
I
5
didn't
victors
know.
versus 5 victors, and the game mode was like some like Call of Duty thing. It was legitimately in the game for a while. It
I
used to be a
didn't
game
fucking
mode.
knew. It would be so amazing. I thought about it just now. I didn't know that it was in the game, but
They
it
should
would be
make
so
it 5
nice.
victors versus 5 Tyras, and call it like
Yeah.
patriarchy. That should be the game mode.
I have a topic to butt in here. It's a surprise topic.
Surprise
it's just-
topic.
Kind of a question I have for you guys of your opinions. How do you think they can make Sky and Pip better, more viable?
They've already
Leading
made Sky
them
better.
Pip is already better. Let's be honest. I saw him
Yeah, but
play
he's-
today in esports.
But
he's still fucking OP.
He's still not a support, and they haven't moved him to flank. So how could they make him a better support? That's what I'm trying to get at. And how could they make Sky a better flank?
Okay, listen, so Sky, it seems like she got nerfed. It says the poison bolts no longer grant bonus weapon damage, man. But there's a card for her that deals 20% more damage to the targets that are hit by those said poison.
Yeah, but they also increased her smoke bomb radius, which I suggested in my video. I'm a professional guesser. But
fag.
no, they increased her smoke bomb radius, which makes it a more viable option because that was rarely used. And they're trying to fix her. They're slowly trying to bump her back in, but she's just so far gone that they have to do something kind of severe in order to bring her back.
They
Maybe-
updated her cards as well, dude. She now gains like
what?
400 health at max, what's his name, the card Smother. She gains 400 health for entering the smoke screen.
They just need
Yeah,
to make her
but
tits
that's-
jiggle more. That's the buff we've all been waiting for. Jigglier tits. That's all we need.
No, but seriously, not her cards, not her legendaries or anything. How do they make her better as a champion?
Well, the only
Jiggle your
idea
tits.
that I can come up with for Pip is doing a little rework to his secondary attack, which is a slow, that thing, making it also a healing ability, like Moldamba, who has 2 healing abilities, giving him another healing ability. Like, if you target this ability to your allies, it will heal them and give them movement speed bonus. But if you use it on your enemies, it will deal the same effect that it's doing right now. Maybe.
Here's the thing, though. The biggest problem with Pip is that new players pick him up.
Because
And,
he's the only support available. Once
Exactly.
you first get the game, he's the only
And-
support.
and when they do that, they don't introduce players into the idea
It
of
should be
healing your
Ying. It
teammates.
should be Ying. Ying should be the
Yes.
one to be unlocked.
But because his heal is just like you throw it on the ground and it's not like a constant heal like
you miss, by the way.
Ying's
And you
illusions,
miss it. Fucking hell.
or Maldamba's gourd or snipe, they're not used to healing other players, and so they're being taught how to play a bad support but
Yeah.
a good flank. So what they're used to is using their heals on themselves and not knowing what to do with this flask of health. So if they gave Ying as the first support and then they bought Pip after they've gotten Ying to level 4 or something, they'd be like, "Oh, I
It'll
have
be
this
better.
I have this healing ability. Let me throw it at my teammates and help them, not
or-
myself."
What they could do is make Grok the only champion unlockable by default in general, so then everybody has to play Grok. Everybody. Only Grok.
Don't do that. Please don't listen to that.
Oh my god.
Only
We
Grok.
all
It's a
we
nightmare.
all know Hi-Rez is watching.
No, they aren't. No one's made it this
They'll
far
never
into the
fucking watch this,
podcast.
It's
Talking
going on
about-
for too long.
Oh, by the way, talking about changes. Have you guys seen the data mining?
No. I know
for
Real.
patch 44?
Yeah,
I
I
just
Tell me
make
about
bad YouTube videos.
Well, there's a shit ton of things. Well, aside from new icons, that it's really obvious that they're bringing like this reworks to some icons. Oh, by the way, they changed some arts in the cards. In patch 44, they will change them. And well, we have the first thing. We have new cosmetics. I will read them out to you. Fernando Mecha, Kinessa Space Hunter, Moldamba Victorian, Makoa Volcanic, and Shaolin Burrito. So, what are your thoughts about it?
Are we
I
gonna get a
think that-
District 69 skin since we're getting a burrito one?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was saying, I think that's pretty much shameless promotion of Burrito since that's
Yeah.
the best team in
Just because they
Paladins
won
right now.
Expo, they're getting a
That's
skin.
just pushing the esports, man. Just pushing
Yeah,
the
they're
esports.
shoving it down our throats now.
Can I get a burrito T-shirt over here, please?
But I'm thinking like, I hate to again compare Paladins to Overwatch, but I'm going to. I like how
I feel
Overwatch
the
has a bunch
dislikes
of.
already coming in.
I like how Overwatch has a bunch of like unique skins for their champions, like super unique. Like most skins for people in Paladins or champions in Paladins are just like recolors of basic shit on them, like their fucking weapon or something.
Well,
I would
they
love to
definitely have
see
a
special
smaller
skins.
team. They definitely have a
High-res.
smaller team. It's harder for them to make
Yeah,
these
yeah,
skins.
of course.
Go
Of
Raven.
course.
Dude, Hi-Res Studios have been awesome at making skins for Smite. Like, I don't see why the art
Exactly,
team for Smite can't, kind of work on Paladins, maybe.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
I think the coolest thing they've done is they've given who was it, a skin of Fernando, and they gave Fernando that skin of him in Smite. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
They gave that skin to the
God
same
of War,
thing.
dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was such a cool idea, and if they could just incorporate more kind of cool
Yeah,
stuff
like
that, and
Grover
just add
skins,
more
since
skins.
Grover's
And
in
all-
Smite or whatever. Doing
Yeah.
those for Grover.
And
Yeah.
the actual thing that is that maybe it could bring up some attention for Smite, so they will be hitting 2 games with one move.
Exactly.
Let's talk about Fernando Mecha. What do you think they will be? I think they will make Fernando. Remember this last skin
Transformers.
that they released about like Drogos being an alien stuff? I think that these two first skins, Fernando Mecha, like Mecha, and Kinessa Space Hunter, have to do with a new set
Oh.
of skins.
Yeah, like
Right?
Ruckus, like they're all together. Well,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like the Ruckus skin could
There's gonna
easily
be a
be
space
Yeah,
intertwined.
Ruck-
What if there's a map in
Like-
space, huh? A space map
Ooh.
on Mars rover. I don't know. It would be
Iris,
pretty-
we need
low
fucking lore.
gravity in the game.
Oh, dude, lore has been held back for such a long time.
We
It's
need
actually
fucking
depressing.
lore.
Yeah, they need to.
I need
release
to know
it.
about Sky's daddy issues, please. So if you can get that to me, major turn off.
What I can see here is Makoa Volcanic. I just can't think about a fucking League of Legends skin that was for Rammus. I don't know if you guys play League of Legends,
No one
but
plays that shit again.
Not really.
not real. No, you don't play it, but well, it
I
has
played
like the
it,
same
but I don't
idea, a
remember the
fucking
names.
volcanic turtle.
Yeah, I know who you're
Same.
talking about. Yeah, but I think it could be cool. Like he just looks like volcanic, like he has magma. or
Imagine
something.
imagine like the cannonballs being like this fucking magma balls.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like his snowball launcher for his snowball skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so what about the new champions in data mining?
Oh
Okay,
boy.
That was a huge fuck up on their part
oh.
right there. They fucked
It's
up.
a lot
bad.
of shit. It's a lot of shit. First of all, we got the leak from yesterday, if I'm not wrong. The little leak that they released the 3 champions. You could play a little bit with them. You couldn't see them at all, but you could see like little damage outputs and movements. Well, I got here in the little data mining. First of all, First of all, unknown name Oracle prototype. So basically I will read to you some little things and you can give me your opinion. First of all, we have Soul Orb, direct damage, stacks orbs. Is this the basic like attack? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Seems like-
They were
What if
saying how it's like the stack of damage.
What if
and
it's
also-
like, what's that girl's name in Overwatch
Oh.
where she puts down the things and they shoot at people? It's like a constant DPS turret. Forgot her name.
Symmetra?
Yeah, Symmetra. What if it's like Symmetra?
I don't know. Why do you
I
have
mean,
to
I
do-
like the look of Lawman, man.
Lawman?
It sucks because all these champions are gonna get compared to people on Overwatch, which really sucks.
Yeah. Just look at fucking Maeve. Look at fucking Maeve. The
Maeve
first
is
thing that they say,
nothing
it's
like,
Genji. It's fucking
nothing like Genji.
And
but they said it
Lawman
anyways.
is gonna be compared to Tracer instantly because he has
Yeah.
dual pistols.
Yeah. And also
Tracer.
compared to McCree and to Reaper, so they all had like this fucking fucked up threesome, and
Big
Lawman
orgy.
came out.
You know what's fucked up too? The only reason Reaper and Druxus are compared is because of their face. Like otherwise, it's
because
just
they're
black. It's just
edgy.
black. Yeah,
Reaper has
it's-
shotguns, dude.
Yeah,
They
and,
have, yeah.
but and he's completely different looking from Reaper, other than the face and just the theme of black.
The theme of being the edgy guy from the fucking game.
Yeah.
So that's just
We
dumb.
need another.
And I feel I'm kind of glad Mess Yourself released that video because he gave the opinion of every Overwatch player who looks at the game, hasn't played it, and it's just like, that's what the game is and that's how they copy it. Like, they've never played it. That's all they know. And so they're just naive. They haven't played the game. I think that if all Overwatch players just played the game and then gave their opinion, I would respect that opinion 10 times more.
I think I was blessed to have played Paladins before I played Overwatch. Otherwise, knowing me and my admittable arrogance, I would have probably just gone, ugh, Overwatch copy.
But the thing is that, well, the main problem with all this kind of trouble of Paladins and Overwatch is fanatism, like being a fanatic. And when you're a fanatic, it's just like you're so loyal to your game, and if you see some little trails, and besides,
take my money.
yeah.
But you can't blame them for thinking that. The only thing you can blame them for is being naive and ignorant for not trying it.
You can't
Well,
blame
being
someone for
close,
ignorance. Tech, you can't blame someone for ignorance. You can say
you
arrogance.
have all the fault of not having studies, you piece of shit.
No,
That's
but
not
like
actually-
you can't really blame them because they haven't played the game and
that's
they're mindless followers of
fanatism,
Overwatch, so it's like,
you know. So being a fanatic will just like make you blind in some ways. I
and
have seen a lot of people doing that.
it's also like a bandwagon thing because if some Overwatch player is like, "Oh, this game copied Paladin or Overwatch, have you not heard about it?" and they're like talking to their friend, and then the friend looks it up, he's like, "Oh yeah, fuck this game, bro. They copied Overwatch." It's kind of like a bandwagon thing that just like spreads and spreads and spreads.
And
Most of it's a bunch of YouTubers making videos on how it's a copy.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I just saw a video not too
Wait,
long ago about
look.
like
what? Remember that Chinese mobile game that came out? That was like
yeah,
that
the
probably
Chinese. Oh fuck.
augmented in like people's brains that like copies are bad, and then like, cause like if the game was so low quality, the mobile game was like such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So they
was a
associate
piece of
any
shit.
copy, any game that's really similar to it to be a piece of shit, without even
Actually,
looking at it.
I'm
Play the
reading
damn
at the
game.
data files. I'm reading at the data mining files. And does this sound a little bit like Zenyatta to you? If you have played Overwatch, you know, the orbs stuff and all that. Look, one of the talents, one of her like legendary cards does this. Rend Soul now applies 1.5 stun to the victim when they are afflicted with 3 soul charges. So if you think that about that soul charge being a little orb going around your character, they will just bring fucking Zenyatta out. I
Wait.
just feel it.
Well, we don't know what soul charges are. Obviously, the ability itself doesn't give us enough information. But I think that like, well, just through speculation, I think that like maybe she like shoots the person and then the soul charge spins around them.
Yeah, it
and
will
does
have
damage,
a kind of like a
and like a
stack.
teammate has to shoot them off or something like that. Or it could work like Ying, and let's say she shoots 3, and then if she shoot and like if all 3 land, then whatever you said will be like
It will
the
be
bonus.
the like bonus damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds. I think that if it has to do something with orbs, since it like in the basic attack it says soul orb. If it has to do with orbs, I just can't feel like everyone just shitting their pants talking about Zenyatta. That's like the
Alright.
biggest thing.
All right.
Let's move on.
The podcast is running
What?
a little bit long, so did we get everybody's topic? Just want to ask real quickly. Everybody?
Yes.
I think so, dude.
All right, then it's time to move on to our beautiful fucking interview for Colombian. So, yeah, everybody's gonna ask
Welcome.
Colombian a question.
I'll start off.
Oh,
Okay.
you want to go? All right.
Yeah, so I have just a question about your video making. When you make a video, obviously you make a video in Spanish and English. Do you put everything in your editing program and you record the audio for both of them and literally just put the audio in for each and every one of them and just render it differently, but the only difference is the audio, or do you actually edit each video separately in each language?
It depends. I actually don't repeat the gameplay footage. The only times that I have repeated the same footage and that I haven't put the audio, well, the thing is, let me explain. In the last videos, the one that I was explaining in my first look at the patch 44 PTS, I used the same footage. It has the English video and the Spanish video doesn't have any fucking like difference, like footage wise, like video wise. I just put the audio up, but it was because it wouldn't make a difference like if I recorded like the way that I recorded the video, it wouldn't make a difference. But in the other games, I actually play different games, and I try to never repeat the footage. I make different footage for the Spanish videos. I make different gameplay for the Spanish videos, and I make different gameplay for the English videos. And I always try to not repeat the gameplay, since I think it's really mediocre. It's like giving my subs like the leftovers, and that's not pretty cool.
All right, well, thank you.
Your question, man.
Oh, my turn. Yeah. What's it like going to university? Because I know you're super passionate about getting your degree, and uploading at the same time, frequently uploading at the same time, more than me at that. Is it taxing at all? Or?
It's if you're asking if it's really hard to do it, it's that the question? If it's hard for me to do that?
Yeah.
Yes. it's really fucking hard.
I
mean, it's terrible. It's terribly hard. I'm going into tests like and Tuesday. I'm going into tests, and that's why I uploaded this spree of 8 videos in less than 24 hours. So, well, it would be 4 videos since for every single video I have to. But it's really hard, but everything I have to actually say thanks to the career that I'm studying, since it has actually taught me how to manage time. And if you have good, you can have social life, good grades, and be upload YouTube content and stuff like that frequently. If you have organization, your like coordination in your life, it's really hard. Sometimes I get really stressed out and release bad videos, but I delete them. That's something that has happened to me like 2 times. That happens
to me all the time, trust me.
Yeah. But it has happened to me like 2 times, and I deleted them, since sometimes it's really hard. I can't deny it.
All right. Go read.
Well, is Paladins actually the only game you're passionate about, or do you plan to make gameplay on other ones, like, I don't know, Overwatch?
For Honor? Did you say For Honor?
I mean the Chivalry Medieval Warfare
Overwatch?
copy?
Do you mean that game about swords and samurais?
Yeah,
that For Honor? I'm actually really passionate about For Honor. I can't deny it. I have just seen gameplay footage, but I would like to play a lot of games. I would like to increase my pool of games and video footage for, let's say, For Honor. Just talking about that. Overwatch has me doubtful, since I have played it before. I have played for a long time, but it didn't got to me like Paladin, so I don't know if I would include it in my videos maybe once in a while, just to do a little montage of Roadhog hooking people and jumping off a ledge of a map, but I can do that with Makoa. So yeah, I mean, I would think about playing Overwatch, and other games that I want to do, like not gameplay commentary and guides, but footage like montages, would be League of Legends. Those are the 2 games that I really love, League of Legends and For Honor. The thing is that I don't have the material, or the equipment to make it, and I don't have the time, so it's really hard. I can't deny it. But I'm really passionate about making footage or videos about different games. I want to like spread it a little bit more.
Yo, Colombian, I actually have another question.
Yeah,
So
sure.
you're studying for business, right? Like you'd consider yourself a connoisseur of like you know how business works basically.
I might say that I do. I'm at the half of my career, so I
Yeah.
do have like a little bit of, yeah.
Yeah, but do you ever think that like making videos in English and Spanish might like bring a downfall to your channel in the future? Not really a downfall, but like stunt your growth a little, having to do it in English and Spanish. Kind of how like earlier I said that like PC and
hmm
console esports for Smite kind of like stunts the growth.
Well, I have thought about it, and I thought about it before I expanded to Spanish actually, because I started out with just English videos. But I don't think it would. I mean, there's people who understand English. There's a big market, and talking two languages, it will be really helpful for people who like look at my videos. There will be people who look at the video and say, "Oh, it's English," but that's why I have like on every single video the tutorial or well like a trailer video that explains how the channel works. So I think that well, it does give me more work, and it will make it really heavy for me in the well like future. But actually, it gives me a lot of like advantage to grow, to like have different personalities in a way, since you can see that when I talk English, I talk like this, pero cuando hablo español entonces cambio un poquito y empiezo a ser como un poco más amigable. Yeah, so you can see that I can variate and change from different personalities, just kind of like that, not in the bad way. But I think that it's really good and it's really cool because I can offer information to more people, and that's really great because it will help the channel grow, as also it will help people to know about Paladins and other games and get like knowledge about the game way more, well, from all around the globe. So I think that it might be a little problem for me in the future, since uploading two videos and making translations as fast as I can to not delay the release of every single video, it's hard. It's really hard to do that. But if I can actually organize it, I think that in the long term, it will be really great.
Have you ever thought of just like if it ever does stunt your growth, you think you'd ever just switch it to like English videos and then just put captions underneath that are in Spanish?
No, no, I wouldn't. I was trying to do that. I tried it, and let me tell you that putting fucking captions is a pain in the ass. I have tried it in so
It's a lot of
many.
work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of synchronization, and it will make my life just a nightmare. Besides, I really like the fact of treating my subscribers well, not like, hey, I'm too lazy to make like different footage. Here you go, captions, read, faggots. So that's not like the thing that I want to do. I think that it shows that I'm dedicated to the thing and that I really love what I do by doing the same thing, like quote unquote same thing, since it's different actually. I talk about the same thing but with different languages and different footage. Um, but I mean, it
Holy shit, man! I might have to make a Russian video because of you. Come on, what are you doing?
Uh,
but well, I think that it's actually something that makes me happy, right? Making the videos in both languages. It makes me happy to do them in like both languages. And it makes me feel like I'm actually imagine yourself like a mom cooking for your children, right? I don't have another example, but I feel that I have a special treatment for the people who talk English and look at my videos, and the people who talk Spanish and look at my videos. So that's why I don't use captions.
Well, with that positive note, Eden, I think it's time to pull the outro.
well, at this point in the podcast, we would do a Q&A answering about like 2 or 3 questions that you guys would leave in the description. But since this is obviously the first episode, we don't have any questions. So leave a question in the description or in the comments section that you would want us to answer next episode for the podcast. Anyways, this was Realm Talk with me, Eden, Raventrick, Tegg, and our special guest, Colombian. We hope to see you in the next episode, and till then, enjoy yourselves. Peace out, guys.
Bye.
See you.
All
Oh
right.
man, this was too long.
That was pretty.